in front of a non-existent studio audience.
Are you listening?
So, welcome to a pilot for Half Bust. I didn't think of a better name. I should have went with Half Mast and got on a boat. But, yeah, alright. So, E3 is starting on Saturday the 10th, about 3 days from the day I'm currently recording this, the 7th. And I am excited. I've been watching E3 since the very early days of the showings on G4 and Spike, and many other various outlets over the years.
The potentials to abuse other people I know are just limitless. Yeah. What's just so pretty? Anyway,
And something has stuck with me. It's been insanely exciting for me. And this year is honestly no different. So I'm going to take you down the rabbit hole pretty much of what I want this year, with no legitimate proof or chance of any of these probably happening. In fact, if any of these do happen, it's a very big stretch. I'm going to start with the showings that I care the least about, and then what I want from those to get me excited from them, and then end up with showing that I'm genuinely excited for, and what I really hope from them.
Are you guys pumped for tonight's event?
Yes. Jazzed. Can't wait. Dude, stoked.
Alright, so EA's showing, I really want Star Wars Battlefront 2 to be good. I was really excited during the beta of the first Battlefront, though the remake first Battlefront, it's a little... Not the point. Not the point. Battlefront 2 has an actual chance of being good. And that's the scary part. I don't know whether I should be excited for it, or whether I should be worried for it. I know people are very indifferent to EA. I am too, admittedly. That's why it's the lowest one of the first one I'm starting out with. That could be great. Now, the only other thing that EA could really do to make me actually excited for it would be a remake of Burnout 3 Takedown. That is one of, if not my favorite racing game of all time. I have clocked hundreds of hours on Burnout 3 between PS2 and the original Xbox. It's a great game. It's a very well-designed game. My biggest problem is that we might not see it. It's kind of a shame. I want to see it. I love Burnout 3. Burnout 3 is... I mean, look at this footage. Look at this footage. It still kind of holds up. Admittedly, the game hasn't aged well. It first came out in, was it 2004? 2005? Around there. But it holds up to me as one of the best racing games, and the most enjoyable racing game, since, well, I guess I'd say Daytona USA. That's a great game.
Want to come over and play my Wii? We should connect. And thanks to the Sony Move, here, hold my Joy Wand. Yes, I'm not afraid of a few dick jokes, thank you.
Okay, and now to Ubisoft. There's only a few things here. Admittedly, I'm a little neurotic when it comes to Ubisoft. In fact, I should have really put them where EA is. But there's more things on this one. So I figured, hey, Ubisoft's better fit here. So the first thing I want from Ubisoft is Division DLC. Or really, the DLC, like the Season 2, or Disc 2, or whatever you're gonna do. Division 2. Fuck it, we'll call it Division 2. I really, honestly like the first Division. It's a enjoyable game now. The early game was not, but it took a lot less time for it to get better than it took for Destiny to get decent. And then it got worse. It got really, really worse for Asmire. Division still has a chance in my eyes. It has a good, strong emphasis on action. It's fun with a group. It's fun solo for me, even, playing stuff like Survival. Survival is fun. The game is fun. My biggest problem, though, is I don't know if it's going to come out for a while. They're like this Avatar game. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Avatar is a small little series. And my channel did a movie. God, I can't make that joke. But the point is, right, there's a lot they can do with that series, and I want to see them do more of a Division, because I think it is genuinely a good game. South Park, The Fractured Butthole, either date or footage, or both. I don't think it has a date. If it does have a date, there's going to be a cut right in here. And if there was a date there, then hey, there was a date. It's one of the most surprising releases in a while. Not because it's been delayed 30,000 fucking times, but because the first one was a genuinely great adaptation of a beloved series. I mean, South Park has been on the air for over 20 years now. It has over 20 seasons. Honestly, that game was well designed and enjoyable. It took the characters that we've known for years and set them in a different scenario and allowed us to interact with the city as a whole, and that's impressive. Okay, so now to Steep. I want to see what the DLC for Steep is. This is actually kind of fun. And the Switch release date for Steep. There's an intriguing way to play Steep there, which is playing it on the go, or like you set it down on a desk and you can probably do some motion controls. I don't know. I want to see it. Okay, so now on to Sony. Sony, a lot of people are excited for it. I'm indifferent. PlayStation's fine. I'm not really the biggest fan of the exclusives. Persona 5 is the only reason I really bought a PS4, because I kind of forgot it was coming out on PS3 as well. That's not the point. The point is, I figure I'd talk about it since I own one. Alright, so I'm excited to see possibly a bit of Death Stranding footage or a rough release window. Hideo Kojima's work is intriguing to me. I kind of got big into MGS 2 and 3, and then 4 happened, and then I got into MGS 5, and admittedly PT very much so. And it's really sad to see Silent Hills be cancelled, of all things. Silent Hills had the most potential out of any one of the series, except I liked Downpour and Shattered Memories, so I'm weird. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see it. A PlayStation 4 controller without the light bar. Now, everybody I know tells me, oh hey, you shouldn't really show the light bar. It's not noticeable. Wrong. That light bar is noticeable. And I can understand why it's there for VR. I don't use virtual reality. Get it fuck off my controller. Give me a little notification on who I am on a little bar with just like 4 lights. And 1 light, 1 player, 2 lights, 2 player. That's all I need. All I need. Some Vita games? Maybe? Hello? And now for the end of Sony, a new siphon filter. That's all I've wanted for years. Give me a new siphon filter, I'll be excited. It's literally been since the PSP. I'm not even kidding. It's been since, well, I think there's one for PS3. It was like multiplayer only. I don't count that one. I count the last one being, I think it's Omega Strain. It was the last one that Bend did. We're also now doing Days Gone, and to which I say, it's Last of Us, but without the moral message. Okay. I don't see the excitement in Days Gone personally, but that's just me.
These NPCs are not scripted.
Okay, so now Bethesda. We're getting really close to the final one, and the reason why this video is going to be so damn long. Bethesda has to introduce a new intellectual property, either from Todd's studio or from many of the other developers who work with them. They need that new IP. Genuinely. It would be good for them. It'd be a good way to kick off the show, showing off something brand new people haven't seen and don't expect. Second one, Evil Within 2. Evil Within 2, they could do kind of like an anthology series, kind of like it felt sort of at Resident Evil was going to go with the first couple games. The first game, the Resident Evil series, and the second game are very different games, they take place in the same universe, in the same city. There has been so much speculation of New Colossus. It's not funny. They teased it last year with the DOS opening. I'll put a picture back right on the screen there. New Colossus did not have a release date, while everything else there did. I think the stars are aligning. It's going to be great. The first Wolfenstein remake they did recently, which was the 2009 one or 2008. That one was And then Old Blood and New Order have been perfect. They are perfect shooters, right next to Doom 2016. And I genuinely want to see New Colossus. I want to play it, I want to own it, I want to see it. Yeah. And then, this is a bit of a stretch here, obviously. I think either a Game of the Year reveal for Fallout 4 with a reduced price, or a Doom 2016 Game of the Year reveal will be right either at the end and say, oh hey, it's coming out next week, or some shit. I'd like that. I don't own Fallout 4, I own Doom 2016. I don't have a DLC for either. I think it'd be nice.
Hooked up with a front panel display on the dev kit, where you actually can add dolphins, delete dolphins, just do wireframe dolphins.
Alright, so Xbox. This is going to be the big one for me. The one I'm truly excited for. Alright, so just going to knock these ones out. There's a lot of these. Scorpio at $500 or under. Now, this would be smart because the base Xbox One S, right now you can buy for about $250, right? 500 gigs, sometimes a game. So you get that at that level. That's the standard, the normal one people will buy. And then Scorpio coming in at around 500 or 450, maybe even 400 if they want to be a loss leader with that, would be smart. That would be genuinely something I think Microsoft should try, but I see it being 500. But second one, original Xbox backwards compatibility. You have so many games, Jet Set Radio Future, Jet Grind Where You Live, Togi, the original Phantom Dust, even though it's already on Xbox One. Not the point. And then other stuff like Burnout 3, which I mentioned earlier. You know, if they decide not to do a reboot or a remake, original backwards compatibility, boom, you got that one. And then other games like, what's that one I always think of? Panzer Dragoon Orta. That game, I would love again. Now, speaking of games I really love, Crackdown 3. I want it. I want a release date for it. Sea of Thieves, having played that a little bit without perhaps breaking a non-disclosure agreement, which I might have just done. I need to see that. I need more of that. That game is going to be impressive. Some new intellectual properties would be nice, but I don't want to focus on that one right now, even though I just focused on Sea of Thieves. State of Decay 2. That would be, oh man. A release date for that around the time of Scorpio's release would knock my socks off from Microsoft. Then some other things that, I want a Fusion Frenzy reboot. Look at this game on the screen there. That was fun. It was essentially Mario Party while Mario Party was coming out. So it didn't get a lot of love, but I genuinely think that'd be something nice to see again. And then either Rift VR support and or HoloLens support for Scorpio. Microsoft's already said that this thing will be VR compatible, right? I want more VR. The only VR I own currently is Google Cardboard, and admittedly, as much as I like it, it's not really VR. let's be fair there. And then some other things I want to see him showing. I genuinely think Metal Gear Survive will show up somewhere. I don't know if it's going to show up on Xbox, but I feel like it'd be a better fit for Xbox. I think that Devil May Cry 5 and Kingdom Hearts 3 might show up at the Xbox One. Mostly because Kingdom Hearts 3 already showed up at the Xbox trailer. Well, it was an Xbox trailer in, it was E3 2015? I'll put that in there, if it was 2015. And then, oh boy, I'm gonna be honest here, there's two Halo things I think will happen. A tease for either an ARG, similar to I Love Bees and stuff like that, or something like the Mega Bloks Halo game that was canceled a couple of years ago. And then, this is a stretch, I think that there will be a massive patch to the Master Chief Collection. The Scorpio, enabling 4K and much more stable frame rate. Frame pacing and frame rates and all that. And the game will probably go on Games with Gold, like for next month with July and all that. And then I think Microsoft is going to focus on the Azure cloud system for dedicated servers for a majority of these games and third-party games. So you might be asking, well, where's the Nintendo ones? Where's that? I'm gonna focus on Nintendo later on in its own video later, as there's more I want to speak about with them, and this is already too long, and I've got a stuffy nose. My nose has been running all day. I've been sneezing. I don't want to deal with that. Plus I'm also shit at editing. Look at all the cuts. Now, I implore you, if you actually liked this video, please like it. Subscribe if you want to see more of this. I've got some more videos coming out soon. And if you want to try to talk about what you're going to see, like you want to see, you're going to see at E3 this year, type it out in the comments, because I actually will discuss them in a video after E3. Alright, Fuzu out.